Hi there, Chair, committee members, and members of the public. My name is Tatiana Arnaud, and I'm here presenting for the appropriation of bond proceeds. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee recommends the City Council, one, make a finding that the appropriation of bond proceeds is not a project pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, sections 15061, section B3, and 15378. Second, approve the list of redevelopment bond proceeds projects. And finally, number 3, appropriate $6,563,223 of the 2006 tax application bond proceeds for street and alley resurfacing, parking lot improvements, and fiber network expansions. So here's a map depicting the various areas of these TAB proceed bonds. It's mentioned here in the presentation, but there is a larger map attached to the staff report for reference. Everything in the purple is what we refer to as the hero bonds. The small green square at the bottom portion of this image is what we consider bond funds that are specifically for the Southlands neighborhood. And finally, in orange, you'll see those bond proceeds that are specifically for the Ormond Beach area. The majority of the projects we're talking about here fall within the Ormond Beach area, with one alleyway project that's associated with the purple, or otherwise known as hero bonds. So on April 2nd of 2019, in conjunction with the adoption of the 2019 through 2024 5-year CIP, staff requested that council approve a proposed list of projects. One of those projects was the expansion of the AWPF, or rather the land acquisition of that. That has an allocation of $3.1 million of that Ormond Beach funding, or if you refer back to the maps, the orange area. And separately, there is the Oxnard tile facility rehabilitation in that CIP, which was about $2.3 million of the HERO funding associated with it. These two projects are no longer viable due to the need to spend the funding faster than what we can deliver these projects in. The land acquisition at this point is anticipated to take significantly longer than a year. Therefore, we're trying to build some improvements on the Ormond Beach area within that time frame. Same with the PAL facility. We anticipate that that could take as long as another 2 years, potentially more. So again, we're trying to redirect those funds to projects that we can deliver faster, which would be the alleyways. We are now requesting that these funds be unappropriated from those projects and that the funds be reappropriated towards other projects inside those same project areas. So the total reappropriation amount, including any accrued interest, is about $3.3 million. We are proposing the following 4 uses for these funds, and I mentioned a couple of them already. The first being the Ormond Beach neighborhood street resurfacing in the amount of $2 million. So that'll take care of general street maintenance and resurfacing throughout the whole Ormond Beach area from Wainini Road south towards the coastline. Additionally, there is a parking lot at the end, or the terminus, of Perkins Road. We intend to improve that parking lot by resurfacing it, adding fencing and potentially gates, some bollards with lighting that it has low emitting lighting. However, it'll improve safety out there, and we are looking at the feasibility of putting in a couple of electric vehicle charging stations. Additionally, we have 2 fiber expansions in that area that have been identified, the first being the Ormond Industrial Area fiber expansion, and then the second being the Perkins Road fiber expansion project, which would basically connect from the existing fiber on Wainini Road down to the AWPF wastewater plant and other infrastructure that we have there that would benefit from this connectivity. So as far as HERO goes, the total reappropriation amount, including any accrued interest, is $2.5 million, and we are proposing that we use that funding for alleyway reconstruction, which is badly needed, especially throughout the HERO boundaries. So again, here's a map showing where those alleys are. We have even depicted them by name. And so you'll see that at the legend at the bottom. Please refer to the map, which is attached to the staff report, to be able to see this a little bit better and more clearly. I do want to mention that a lot of these alleyways have a pavement condition index between 0 and 14. So essentially, these alleyways at this point are dirt. They're not even actual roads at this point. They're in really bad, deteriorated shape. So back to the recommendation. The recommendation is that the Finance and Governance Committee recommend the City Council first make finding that the appropriation of bond proceeds is not a project pursuant to CEQA sections 15061 and 15378. Second, to approve the list of redevelopment bond proceed projects. And finally, to appropriate $6.5 million of the 2006 tax allocation bond proceeds for street and alley resurfacing, parking lot improvements, and those 2 fiber network expansion projects. That concludes this presentation. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions.